Do you hear yourself saying, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I don't know how, and the big one for me, what will others think if I do this? If you do, we're going to talk about that in this video. Hello, my name is Campbell. I help people to step into their truth and power. So these questions in your mind are called limiting beliefs. Some of us are suffering from what I call limiting belief syndrome. The syndrome is a persistent fear that keeps you from moving forward, experiencing progress, or even experiencing success. It's a fear of the unknown, a fear of failure, or a fear of what others would think of you. Many of us are constantly striving to grow professionally and personally in our lives. Every new year, we set aside some time to establish some brand new objectives and things we want to achieve. We begin the year with some admirable willpower, but then what typically happens? We seem to arrive at a point where our motivation drops off and our plans lose their luster. How many goals have you set but never reached the finish line? How many goals have you set but never reached the finish line? If you're honest with yourself, like me, there's likely countless, but there are probably a few that likely stand out in your memory for you. Of course, there are big and small life changes that have happened that could affect your goals from coming to complete fruition. But your beliefs and attitude happen to play a significant role in what does and doesn't happen when those life changes come along and take you off course. Tony Robbins says, the only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself. The story, or what you keep telling yourself, is what you believe. This can play a huge role in how you see the world, how you feel, and how you'll handle resistance when it shows up for you in your life. When we give ourselves permission to open our mind, we then get to discover our limiting beliefs that we've been holding, beliefs that are preventing us from moving forward and experiencing success. So I have a question for you. Your heart, your inner spirit, or intuition, when they are prompting you to do something, your mind will then kick in and begin telling you why you shouldn't, why it should not follow where your heart is prompting you to go or do. What are the excuses that your mind tells you? What are the excuses that your mind tells you? Those excuses are the limiting beliefs that are keeping you from being who you want to be or where you want to be in this life. Limiting beliefs are thoughts, opinions, and judgments that we hold on to and believe to be absolute truth. They tend to have a negative energy or impact on a person's life by preventing them to move forward and growing on a personal or professional level. In most cases, limiting beliefs are unconscious thoughts that act as a defense mechanism to avoid possible negative or low vibe emotions like frustration, anger, conflict, anxiety, and sadness. These beliefs we have are usually triggered according to specific episodes that may have made you or someone you love suffer in the past. So your subconscious tries to block or ignore the experience by altering your behavior, which can result in negative outcomes like overthinking, procrastinating, imposter syndrome, conformism, and even anxiety. Our limiting beliefs are created in our mind and often live inside of our egos. Their intention is actually good. They have really good intentions. They want to keep us safe. We have a tendency to resist change, and this is when it shows up. Even though in our hearts we have a deep desire for that change, our mind puts the brakes on. So how do we overcome the mind to be able to not only listen to our heart, but overcome the fears and doubts to follow through on where it's leading us to go? The one thing I've learned is that our heart never leads us off a cliff. And when it seemingly is, you can trust that it has your back. It's taking you towards an experience that you need to have in order to grow into who you need to become to feel true, real happiness from within. And so being a worship leader for so many years and now a certified master coach, I've learned many ways to not only connect to that inner voice spirit, but also learn how to trust it. So I'm not experiencing fear in the things it's asking me to do. Would it be helpful for you to learn some of those ways? If it would, I'd like to invite you to a brand new online workshop I've created called Feeling the Force Within. I'll be hosting it on Tuesday, April 27th, 2021 at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. And in that workshop, I'm going to share with you 9 benefits to having a developed relationship with your inner force spirit or intuition, and 7 powerful ways you can begin practicing to develop it. It will be held on Zoom and will last for about 45 to 60 minutes. It's a free online workshop, so it's free to register, and I've just dropped the link to sign up for that in the comments below, so go check it out. And so what are you taking from this video today? Share that in the comments below, because I want to be able to inspire you and to encourage you on your journey. And so until I get to connect again with you for my next video, stay well, stay healthy, and stay empowered.